Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl in your face while you're sleeping. Water slides. Aren't they fun? Yep, they're some of the coolest rides in amusement parks. However, not all of them are safe. In fact, some water slides have been banned because of how dangerous they are, or some of them have had people severely injured or even lost their lives because of tragic accidents. So next time you go to a park, just be careful about water slides. With that being said, let's take a look at the top 5 illegal water slides in the world. Number 5. The Calypso Water Park. The Calypso Water Park is one of the most dangerous parks of our time. In fact, in 2010, a Canadian woman named Francine had her face severely disfigured as a result of the canyon rafting ride. The woman in question had ventured to the popular water park, located just east of Ottawa, and boarded a water ride characterized by round rubber rafts free-floating along a steep, twisting water slide. While there are handles on the rafts for patrons to cling to, she found them ineffective as she was not able to hang on. She boarded the raft without being given any direction or caution. While on the ride, the raft began to descend very rapidly and spin out of control. Francine was thrown from her position on the raft and collided with another rider. Both of her hands had been on the proper hand lines. But that wasn't the only troubling aspect of the Calypso Water Park. A few months later, 2 men were sent to the hospital following an incident on the same rafting ride. One of the men suffered a serious skull fracture. As for the woman, the park completely changed her life for the worse, leaving her completely disfigured. She has had to have continuous hospital and orthodontic appointments, and is forced to take prescription medication. That's why there's no questioning that the Calypso Water Park is one of the most dangerous parks in the world. Number 4. Queensland Waterslide Park. Sometimes having fun at parties can go south in just under a second. And that's exactly what happened in Queensland, Australia. The woman in question, Christy, drowned while going on a 40-meter water slide that led to a dam at the property. Her body, along with the body of a 15-year-old boy, were pulled from a dam on Bud and Sue Watts' property in Jullaton, about 25 kilometers southwest of Port Douglas, on Friday afternoon. About 50 people were at the private property. One of the neighbors at the dam recalled the event being a complete tragedy. What's even sadder is that one day before the tragedy, the lady had taken to social media to wish her mother a happy birthday and thanking her for her support. Police did not reveal the identity of the 15-year-old boy, but said he was a local apprentice carpenter. When Christy was going through the slide into the dam, her body was discovered quite limp. She entered the water and didn't resurface. Also, a number of her friends and others went to the dam to find her, and that's when they found the boy who had been missing for a while. After arriving, emergency services found the body of the 23-year-old woman. Both were pronounced dead at the scene despite efforts to revive them. It's also believed he was missing from the party for about 20 minutes. According to one of the neighbors, the slide had been handmade and had been used for a number of years without incident. The slide was constructed of rubber conveyor belt matting, and it's been in place for some 4 years and was frequently used at parties across different times by partygoers to slide into the dam. Acting Inspector Campbell said that alcohol was at the party, but initial investigations indicated there wasn't considerable consumption. That being said, the young partygoers were crying and in shock, gathering together and embracing each other. This goes to show you that you can't trust makeshift water slides built in local areas. Number 3. Shoot the Rapids Cedar Point. What happens when you bill a thrill ride as the best in the world? There are chances that fate just might set it up for a test. That's exactly what happened when a boat on a thrill ride at an amusement park accidentally rolled backward down a hill and flipped over in water when the ride malfunctioned, injuring all the people in it. Operators stopped the Shoot the Rapids water ride after the accident, which occurred on the ride's first hill. Park police officers, medical technicians, ride operators, and park visitors waded into the water and helped the passengers off the boat. According to witnesses who saw the accident, the boat flipped on its side or upside down. 7 boat passengers were evacuated and treated at the park and released, while the others were taken to the hospital for further evaluation. Cedar Point, which had been rated as the best amusement park in the world for over 15 years in a row, found that as a major setback to its marketing stance. The accident, which happened in 2010, has caused the Cedar Point water slide to be closed, never to be reused again. So now we've come to the best pick of the day. What a crazy water slide! One can only imagine how terrifying this water slide is. It looks more than 13 stories high. and it definitely induces a serious adrenaline rush that could be compared to a near-death experience. That being said, the kid in the photo looks like he's having a lot of fun. He probably was waiting for his moment his entire life, but even though it looks extremely fun, I hope he had an adult supervisor with him. All in all, it takes a lot of courage to go on such a tall and terrifying water slide. Number 2. Action Park. Action Park is considered the most dangerous amusement park with a water slide that led to the demise of 6 people. The park, which used to exist in Vernon, New Jersey, opened in 1978 before closing in 1996, and gained a reputation for poorly designed rides and had a bad safety record. It was founded by Eugene Mulvihill. More than 6 people passed away as a result of using the attractions at the park, including an employee who had come off a slide, hit his head on a rock, and passed away in a coma days later. A man also drowned in the wave pool. Some of the most horrendous rides included an enclosed tube slide called Cannonball Loop, an attraction that was tested first with a dummy that reportedly came out the bottom with no head. However, to some, New Jersey's infamous Action Park was the most spectacularly fun amusement park on Earth. A place where unruly 1980s teenagers were given free rein to go gonzo on strange contraptions that seemed to violate the laws of common sense. But to others, it was an ill-conceived death trap. One thing is for sure, it's the type of place that will never exist again. In fact, the water park had numerous management indiscretions, including underage staff working rides, poorly and dangerously designed rides, and a heap of injuries. In all honesty, this park felt like a strange social experiment. Perhaps they were asking, what happens when you take a bunch of riled up teenagers, a bunch of alcohol, a bunch of dangerous rides, and you put them into a place where there are no rules? From the first day this park was opened, it was a disaster brewing in the works. To get around insurance companies who wouldn't insure the park, the owner, Mr. Mulvihill, created London and World Assurance Limited. He was later fined after the company was found to be a fake offshore insurance firm he created himself. Alcohol was also served at the park, which led to patrons sometimes fighting each other or staff members working the rides. People would also drown in the wave pool, and there was an alpine slide which you should just go flying off of. Thankfully, the park was closed in 1996, so no more people could be hurt. Number 1. Verrückt Water Slide. This was the world's tallest water slide. Unfortunately, it was rushed, and a series of shoddy engineering plans led to the decapitation of a 10-year-old boy on the ride in 2016. Towering a staggering 17 stories high, the child in question, Caleb Schwab, died when the raft he was riding went airborne and hit an overhead loop. In turn, the co-owner of the Schlitterbahn amusement park, Jeffrey Henry, and designer John Schuley were charged with reckless second-degree murder, along with Henry & Sons Construction Company, which is described as the private construction company of Schlitterbahn. They were also charged with 17 other felonies, including aggravated battery and aggravated endangerment of a child, as well as multiple counts tied to injuries other riders sustained on the giant slide, called Verrückt, which in complete irony is the German term for insane. Henry decided in 2012 to build the world's tallest water slide to impress the producers of a Travel Channel show. The owner's desire to rush the project and lack of expertise caused the company to skip fundamental steps in the design process. According to reports, not a single engineer was directly involved in Verrückt's dynamic engineering or slide path design. The conspiracies behind the design were so insane that it was believed that Henry and his designer began secretly testing at night to avoid scrutiny. Unfortunately, all this greed led to an innocent child having his life cut short. And with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. Let us know in the comment section down below which one of these unfortunate incidents and illegal water slides shocked you the most. And do you think more should be done to ensure the safety of revelers trying out dangerous water slides? Want more videos that will exist until the end of time? Check out some of the videos we have on our list. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell to get more mind-blowing content.